Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking all of the new Splatoon 3 Sizzle season weapons and kits.
More like Barack and I. Your sleepy ass wouldn't have a single clue as to which of these weapons are actually worth investing into. You don't even know how to properly invest the U.S. tax money. I suggest you take a read of The Art of the Deal, written by yours truly.
Donald, stop trying to convince Joe to subscribe to your nonsense.
Yeah, the only thing you should be subscribing to is this channel. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see more videos like this. With that all out of the way, let's get on with the video.
All right, first up, the Anaki Splattershot Nova.
After 9 months of a ruthless crab meta, I am happy to announce the return of the Inkjet.
Out with the old and in with the new.
Just like the 2020 election.
There's no way you called me old, you fossil of a being.
I must say it is rather nice to have another Inkjet weapon in the game, though I'm not too sure how to feel about Ink Mine.
It's not like the Splattershot Nova is holding any ground with its abysmal kill time, let alone with an ink mine.
Even though Inkjet is pretty busted at the moment, I think we give this one a B.
There's just really no reason for picking it over the ballpoint right now.
Agreed.
Moving on to the Big Swig Roller Express.
Okay, who was the wise guy who thought angle shooter would be a good idea?
That was me.
What were you thinking, Joe? This weapon has gotten 2 horrible sub-weapons in a row.
Well, look at the bright side, Barack. This thing finally got a usable special.
Yeah, Inkstorm can serve up loads of chip damage to help the Big Swig gain more reliable splats.
I reckon Inkstorm is a pretty suitable match, but I'm going to have to put it in B tier just because of that awful sub-weapon.
What do you mean, Barack? It's absolutely dandy.
It's absolutely dog water, Joe.
All right, custom dually squelcher time. I must say Squid Beacon is a pretty neat supportive pick for this weapon.
Not to mention Super Chump, an amazing special.
Super Chump is garbage, Joe. Literally just downgraded missiles.
Nah, but with the dually squelcher's great range and mobility, you can swim around in the chumps gaining coverage and chip damage while delivering splats. Plus, they have funny faces.
Stop acting like you're 5 years old, Joe.
How did you know about my 5-year-olds? Don't tell me you unlocked the White House basement.
I don't even want to know. Just put it in C tier, Barack.
On it. Now it's time to have a look at the H3 Nozzle Nose D. Personally, I am ecstatic to see the return of the classic Cherry H3 Nozzle Nose kit.
What's a H3 nozzle nose?
It's a main weapon in Splatoon 3. Ring any bells?
Never heard of it.
I guess I'll take this one alone. Splash Wall offers H3 great positioning and cover, allowing the weapon to deliver its lethal burst fire. Big Bubbler offers the exact same advantages, not to mention the incredible amount of buffs it's received this season.
Well, if this weapon was so amazing, then why haven't I seen a single person playing it?
Well,
That settles it. This thing is going in H3 Nozzle Nose D tier.
fine. I wasn't going to play with the H3 Nozzle Nose D anyways.
The only D you're going to play with is Michelle's.
For God's sake, Joe, my wife is not a man.
Good one, Joe.
You know what? You're so goddamn heavy, you keep cracking the floor beneath you. And do I even need to point out the stupidity it takes to get censored on Twitter?
What the hell, Barack?
My bad, Donald. I was talking about the heavy Splatling Deco with point sensor and Kraken Royale.
I reckon Point Sensor is a heavily underrated sub-weapon and complements Heavy's long range and ability to control an area.
It's actually pretty useless, Joe Blandon. Let me show you how to really leak somebody's location. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20500, USA.
What the flip, Donald? That's my address. Barack, delete this part from the video.
No, bro, it's definitely getting in the video, just like how the Kraken is definitely getting into the enemy base. Returning from the very first Splatoon, the heavy Splatling Deco has been ported straight into the current game.
The Kraken Royale offers the heavy Splatling Deco an alternative aggressive playstyle and works pretty damn well for a matter of fact. Definitely an A-tier kit.
I couldn't have said it any better myself, Donald.
Nah, the glazing is crazy. Zip it up when you're done, Barack.
Bro, that's gay as hell.
You're gay as hell, Mr. My Wife is not a man.
Well, while you roll around in bed with your husband, Barack, I'll be rolling around the map with my light tetra dualies. This thing is an absolute mobility demon, kind of like how Manshell is a demon in the sheets with you.
Haha, Barack sleeps with a guy.
Haha, Joe sleeps with children. Is that funny, you sick freak?
You know what else is sick, Barack? Zipcaster on tetra dualies. Zipcaster already allows you to access areas of the map super fast and get the jump on enemies. Pair that with the tetra dualies' insane quadruple roll, and you have yourself a mobility monster.
And the best part is that it has Sprinkler, the most useful and versatile sub-weapon in the game.
I genuinely don't know what's worse, Joe. The fact you're a sprinkler predator or a child predator.
Minor issues, Barack.
Literally.
While you have issues with minors, Joe, I'm going to be causing issues and majors with these bad boys. It's tier!
Great, now how about we take a look at the brand new paintbrush?
Man, that thing is a pain to use and go up against.
Your wig having trouble against your toupee brush, Donald?
I assure you, Joe, I do not own a toupee brush.
My mistake. That must be your tan brush.
Quit it, Joe.
Sure thing, annoying orange.
Barack, Joe is being mean to me.
You're such a child, Donald.
Oh, so I'm a child now? You gonna touch me, Mr. President? You gonna stroke it to me?
Speaking of stroking it, the paintbrush is incredibly ink hungry, guzzling down your supply with every stroke of the brush. Consequently, you can't really make much use of its curling bomb, which costs a large sum of ink to use, making its mobility tool somewhat useless. On top of that, the weapon is unbearably slow and sluggish, moving at snail's pace, having a wind-up speed comparable to the dynamo roller.
The paintbrush may have its flaws, but you can't forget to mention its phenomenal damage. This thing hits like a truck, dealing hefty damage with every blow. It's able to wipe a whole team out with the incredible range and width of its attacks. Not to mention it can simply roll away in the slightest of dangers.
Wavebreaker is a perfect match, helping the weapon control the map and potentially one-shot enemies thanks to the combo. So what do you boys think we rate it?
A solid A, that's for sure.
Hey, Donald, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
I hate you, Joe.
Orange, you glad your toupee brush made it to ATA?
Never tell another joke for the rest of your miserable existence.
Okay, it's time for the Rapid Blaster Pro Deco.
Whoopee, another angle shooter weapon.
You've officially lost it, Joe.
Now, Donald, Angle Shooter actually works extremely well with the Rapid Pro. It may be no burst bomb, but Angle Shooter helps quickly finish off kills after a direct shot from the blast and gain info on the enemy's location.
You can't forget Killer Whale 5.1. This thing helps Rapid Pro deal small yet consistent damage to enemies up close and afar. The entire kit, from the main to the sub to the special, all effectively work together to chip away at the opponent, which is why I think this weapon deserves an A tier.
You know what? I actually think this is Splatoon 3's first playable angle shooter kit.
Okay, then on to the S-Blast 92.
This is the blaster of all time. Who would have thought two separate modes of fire was a good idea? Switching between the range of a range blaster to the blast radius of a clash blaster. Nintendo are absolute geniuses. What could possibly ruin such a perfect weapon?
Well, Joe, I don't know how to say this to you, but the S-Blast 92 has sprinkler and reef slider.
You're lying to me, right, Barack?
I'm afraid he's telling the truth, Joe.
No! Why Nintendo?
I'm so sorry, Joe. I'm sure the S-Blast 92 will get a better kit someday. For now, let's just give the S-Blast 92AB for better luck next time.
Wipe those tears away, Joe, because it's time for the Splatana Wiper Deco.
No! Why Nintendo?
It really isn't that bad, Joe.
But it has tentamissiles.
Calm down, Grandpa. You're going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, don't you remember Tentamissile's spammability was nerfed a while ago? Not to mention this weapon struggles to reliably obtain kills without a bomb to combo with. At this point, I'd rather call in the U.S. military drones over Tentamissiles.
So there really was nothing to worry about.
Yep, it's going straight to S tier.
Amazing main and amazing special. Never underestimate the power of the diaper, Joe.
I think my diaper underestimate the power of my crap. Jill, honey, I had another accident.
Bro really just turned the White House brown.
Ignore that. Let's just rank the final weapon, the Sorella Tentabrella. First off, Nintendo have finally fixed the bugs affecting all Brella's shields.
If only they fixed my stomach bug affecting my booty hole. I'm about to lay a whole mine.
I'm going to puke.
Speaking of mines, Tentabrella works wonders with that thing.
Unlike the Anaki Splattershot Nova, this baby can actually effectively control and combo off its sub. In combination with its high damage and shield, the Tentabrella can really utilize Ink Mine to its full potential.
You boys can't be forgetting about the Trizuka. Tentabrella doesn't have the longest range, often getting bullied by chargers and splatlings. With the help of the Trizuka, you can finally enact your revenge against those who once tormented you.
But despite all this, the main weapon is still ass. See?
Well, there you have it, folks. All Sizzle season weapons and kits ranked by none other than Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Barack Obama.
Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this and comment down below your favorite weapon added this season.
Let us know if we should make a full tier list. We value your thoughts and opinions.
Okay, Barack, did you get that Too Many Trizukas video edited yet?
Be patient, Joe. I'm working on it.
Well, you better get back to work or you'll be in for a whipping.
Speaking of work, are we going to be working some shifts for Grisco this big run, boys?
Speaking of whippings, will you be treating us to some Mr. Whippies if we do?
Yeah, I'd be down for some ice cream.
Get back to work, slave.
Bro's a rapper and a racer.
All right, Barack, just get back to editing the video. Joe and I will begin scripting. I mean, not scripting our next video.
Yeah, what do you mean, AI-generated voices?
Shut up, Joe. You're going to blow our cover.
All right, boys, I'll head back to work.
Same here, Barack. I'll see you in time for Big Run.
Yep, you too.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. President's out.